let's talk about this trans panic. And when I call this a trans panic, I do mean a trans panic that has just festered into a roaring just rage online. Basically a digital lynch mob going after two boxers. That's right, two boxers. Now, I love boxing. I'm really passionate about boxing, and I like Olympic amateur boxing. In fact, I'll go as far as to say is I don't watch basically any other Olympic sport but amateur boxing, because I'm a massive boxing fan. I boxed in high school. I watch professional boxing. I bet on professional boxing. Alexander Usyk, thank you for making me $200. And so, you know, this is something I'm actually quite passionate about. So I feel like I can contribute a little bit more to this conversation. And when I saw that, you know, boxing was in the news, I was excited because, you know, I love pugilism. I love the sport. I love it when the sport's doing well. I like it when the fighters are doing well. I like it when the fighters are being paid well. I like it when the cornermen are being paid well. I like it when they got eyes on the sport. I like it when their hard work and determination to go to the Olympics and try to win gold is rewarded. Because usually amateur boxing gets nearly no attention in comparison to professional boxing. Everyone knows Floyd Mayweather. Everybody knows the big professional fighters. But when you look at the professional fighters that are dominating the game right now or do a lot of good work, like Alexander Usyk, they got their start in the amateurs. Alexander Usyk, before becoming unified heavyweight champion of the world and achieving only what Evander Holyfield could do by moving up in weight classes, it was by perfecting his craft in the amateur division and winning gold for Ukraine in the Olympics. And so for many, many boxers, the Olympics is career defining and not only refining their skills, but also in something that they can look back to as a major achievement in what they could achieve for their country back in the day. So just the reason I'm talking about this in so much detail is for both of the boxers we're about to discuss and the smear campaigns that have been done against them. You need to understand how big of a moment this is for their lives. If they just want to achieve if they want to achieve a career one day, then this is career building. This is showing themselves to the world, showing themselves to promoters, learning skills in the ring that they can take later and then make money off of and feed their families in the professional ring and win a legacy. If this is it, if they're not going to go on to the professional ring, then this is the pinnacle of their career. This is the type of thing they've been training for the better part of, who knows, 10, 12 years or something. And they're trying to win gold for their country. They're trying their hurrah to see if all of this hard work will pay off. So either way, you're talking about somebody building the rest of their career or reaching the pinnacle of their career or attempting to reach the pinnacle of their career. And so for both of these boxers, this is a major moment, both for the Algerian boxer who has taken the brunt of the smear campaign, and the Taiwanese boxer that, due to J.K. Rowling and others, is also getting included in the smear campaign. So let's start. So there was an Olympic boxing match between an Algerian boxer and an Italian boxer, and the boxing match went quick. It was 46 seconds. It was brutal, and the Italian boxer quit in the ring. They got hit. They were dazed, went to the corner, had their headgear readjusted, went out there, got hit again. It was clear that they could not throw with this person, and they quit. They quit, and in the ring, you can see here that they broke down. And just like this is a major moment for the Algerian boxer and the Taiwanese boxer, it's also probably a massive moment for the Italian boxer. They've fought all this way to get to the Olympics, and then 46 seconds out. Humiliating. Humiliating for them personally and humiliating for them, you know, around the world, because, you know, billions of people watch the Olympics. So very difficult moment. And so we get a lot of pictures of her like this. And then after a lot of these pictures come out, we get some information getting spread around. The first piece of information is that the Algerian boxer, which we're going to show here in a second, got a gender test, and they were tested for like 2 XX chromosomes. And because of the rules of the Russian-led, I believe it's the International Boxing Commission, IBC, or it's the IOC, I forget all the abbreviation, but it's a Russian-led organization that doesn't actually control necessarily how these things function, but it's you know, has a lot of influence. They said by their restrictions, they would not be allowed to compete. Now, the Olympics went to these people, and they're like, these are obviously women. They were born women, they were raised women. We checked, they are women, so they can compete. But the test came back, and they didn't come back with XY, came back with XX, even though these were 2 women. It was the IBA. Thank you so much, chat. And so what people started running with isn't that, oh, this Italian boxer lost to another boxer who was a woman. It's this boxer lost to a man. And this was a trans woman that had wiggled their way into the sport of boxing, and then using their superior frame and bone density, they just stood in the middle of that ring and beat the crap out of this woman. Oh, XX is female, XY is female. So, I mean, XX is female, XY is male. Yes, sorry, I meant XY. Sorry. Point is, though, that's the story that started spreading around. Is that true? No, it's not true. Again, both boxers are female. Both boxers are female. It's confirmed. There's like long history of pictures of them being. And let me just say, the country of Algeria is not going to be sending trans boxers to the Olympics to represent them. In the country where homosexuality is a sin and hate crimes against LGBT people is a real problem, and living in that country as a queer person in any capacity, gay, transgender, bisexual, it is not fun. You could call it a living hell. And so the idea that that country would even, just from a base knowledge of Algerian politics and society, pick a trans woman to represent them in pugilism on the world stage, ridiculous, silly. But that's not the story that went around. And it certainly didn't help that the Russian state press also started pushing this around. And this is something that hasn't been included in a lot of the reports on this, is that it was the Russian state press and Russian disinformation campaigns that were really pushing this story. And they were really shoving the story down people's throats. But the rumor starts going around that this Italian boxer is actually a man, and that they had pretended to be a woman, or that they were a trans woman, and that they had all their bone density, all the advantages of being a man, and they just beat this person like half to death in the ring. Now, here's a picture of the person, and because they have, they're very bulky, they're strong, they look like somebody that could beat your ass in the ring, almost like they're a boxer. Some people started looking at pictures of this person and said, oh no, that is a man. All the evidence I need is, look, they look masculine. That is a man because they look masculine. First off, go to a lesbian bar if you've never seen a masculine woman before, maybe. I don't know. That's a new thing for you. Welcome to the magical world of women with buzz cuts and, that aren't just all frilly dresses, but, the world's a big place. And number two, this is a sport of boxing. The sport of boxing is full, and UFC as well, is full of women that are beasts. Not only boxing and UFC, but go look at rugby women. Go look at women who do the roller derby stuff, where they smash into each other. Go look at women who play these types of sports. A lot of them are going to be bulkier. A lot of them are going to be more masculine. A lot of them are going to have more broader shoulders. Because, these types of body types are advantageous here. If you go to the Olympics for swimming, people with a longer wingspan, people with certain advantages physically are going to do better in that sport. Michael Phelps is a biological behemoth for the sport of swimming. And so this is somebody who has certain biological advantage because of the way they were born as a female that helps them box. Mind you, though, even though this Italian boxer got thwopped in the ring, that doesn't mean this Algerian boxer, because the way that they're presenting this Algerian boxer is like this unstoppable force of male power in the ring. They've lost 9 matches. In fact, I think we have footage here of them losing a match at the 2020 Olympics. So this is somebody who's lost matches before against women. And not only 1 or 2 matches, but 9 matches. If you look at their record, they've got a decent amount of losses. And so this is not like an unstoppable male behemoth who any woman you put in the ring with this person, they're just bound to lose. Look at them. They're getting hit in the face by somebody smaller than them, even though they're the bigger person. It's just that this Italian boxer, and I hate to be mean, they couldn't throw with this person. This person was just too strong for them. This person was just too powerful for them. This person was just too good for them. And when it comes to boxing, there's levels to this stuff. Some people get knocked down a peg once they go up a level they shouldn't have gone up. And when we're talking about the Olympics, these are people, again, trying to make their career for the future. You got your Alexander Usyks, you got your Evander Holyfields, you got people who made gold in the Olympics. And then you've got people who are trying to reach the pinnacle of their careers right now. And so the idea that some people could step up to that challenge and get knocked down isn't so crazy. Look at her. She's getting clobbered. So, again, the idea that this person's some unbeatable, It's nonsense. It's just this Italian boxer couldn't deal with the power of the Algerian. And now the public is penalizing a boxer for punching too hard. I feel like I'm in a state of delirium when I say that out loud. We're penalizing, we're publicly smearing and digitally lynching this person for punching too hard in the sport of boxing. Could you imagine that? Oh, that Babe Ruth guy, I sure do like his baseball, but he hits the baseballs a little too far, don't you think? Oh, I sure do love the sport of hockey, but don't you think that he hits the puck a little too hard? Don't you think the speed skaters skates a little too fast? This is their job. Their job is to hit people hard. Their job is to hit people hard, to hit people fast, and then get away. Now you can make an argument that in the Olympics, it's more of a point-based system, and so it's not about hitting as hard, but you can still knock somebody out and win a match in the Olympics. If you can hit somebody out in 46 seconds and make it a short night, most boxers will. So we're penalizing a boxer for punching too hard. Now, mind you, all of this was easily Googleable. It was not hard to find this footage. It was not hard to look at their previous boxing record, which is available online. That's how I know they've lost 9 times. It was not hard to find childhood photos of this boxer confirming that they were a woman, because it's been spread around in perpetuity by people trying to stop this public smear campaign. But despite how easy it was, there were so many people who bought this stuff. For example, Jake Paul, minor boxing celebrity. To Angela Carini, this is the Italian boxer. Although your dreams couldn't come true today because of the crazy agendas that are at play in our world at the moment, I would love to offer you to fight on an MVP undercard to show the world your talents on a fair platform and not against the man. Internet, help this finder. What a brave hero. Libs of TikTok, of course, with over 33.8 million views. Think about how wide-spanning this trans panic is. 33.8 million views. Mind you, if you on Twitter just means you went like this, doesn't necessarily mean you clicked and read, but still, that's reaching a lot of people. Meet Imane Khelif, a boxer who was banned from the Women's World Boxing Championships in 2023 because he is a man. However, Khelif is being allowed to compete in Women's Olympic Boxing in Paris. Just another reason to boycott the Olympics. Elon Musk, by the way, got on this shit too, because John Lefevre, this little internet guy, he tweets out, Kamala Harris supports this, vote accordingly, in response to the footage of the Algerian boxer beating the Italian. Mind you, this is an Italian getting capped by an Algerian. This is not an American issue. Kamala Harris is on her couch eating popcorn, completely unrelated to this has nothing to do with Kamala. This has nothing to do with the United States. This has nothing to do with American law and policy. What does this even mean that she supports the sport of boxing? Good. We need some people in the White House loving boxing, okay? That's good. Let's go. She supports what? She supports what exactly? Then Elon Musk's respond, true, or let her deny it. 122.4 million views, 566,000 likes. The richest man on the planet with immense influence after buying this massive communication company, using it to help spread and fan the flames of trans panic. This wasn't the end of it either. Look at this. This is J.K. Rowling, one of the most popular authors in the world, writer of the Harry Potter series, but long-standing TERF. The idea that those objecting to a male punching a female in the name of sport are objecting because they believe Khelif to be trans is a joke. We object because we saw a male punching a female. Again, all of this is lies. All of this is nonsense. It's just a masculine-looking woman. That's all it is. That's all it is. I'm sorry, not every woman wears a sundress and head is like a perfect oval. I'm very sorry that women are diverse and there's many different types of women, and we didn't check in with J.K. Rowling, the arbiter of who is and isn't a woman. Now, mind you, this hate mob has gotten so big that immediately that the Italian boxer reacted by they kind of reacted saying we'll let the IOC decide and et cetera, because they didn't really, I guess, know all the situation. But as time's gone on and this hate mob has fanned up, The woman that all these people are coming out to fight for, Elon Musk, Ron DeSantis, J.K. Rowling, all these different conservative commentators. I know Logan Paul was on this too, WWE superstar. All of these people are coming out to defend a woman that doesn't even want their help. Look at this. I want to apologize to Khelif. This is the Italian boxer. After getting humiliated in the ring, now having to come out in public and apologize because of this giant hate mob and the fact that she didn't shake her hand after the match, which would have been good sportsmanlike conduct. Now, it doesn't stop there. I hate to tell you this, but this is just the first trans panic of the Olympics. There was a second trans panic in the Olympics, and wouldn't you know it, it was in the sport of boxing again, but instead of an Algerian, this time it was a Taiwanese person. So there is a Taiwanese boxer that actually has quite an incredible story. It's Lin Yu-ting, and Lin Yu-ting, when they were young, their mother used to be abused, and so what they did is they learned boxing so they could defend their family. Here's a picture of them when they were very young, and I hate to dig these pictures up, but it's just to prove that they've always been a pretty, how you could say, gender ambiguous looking woman from a young age. And that there's a public record of, hey, look, they're a woman, they're not a man, they're a woman. But guess what? That didn't stop people from saying that they were a man too. Even though they just went and they won the Olympics today. I do want to say that. I do want to give them a little bit of congratulation that they did win today against Uzbek competition. So even through the smear campaign, the fighters are continuing to go through it, continuing to fight, and continuing to win under all this pressure. But there is another smear campaign going against this person. And who wants to guess who is in the stands cheering on this smear campaign against another boxer? Well, it was J.K. Rowling again, of course. Look at what she said in response to these two boxers, including the Taiwanese boxer. What will it do to end this insanity? A female boxer left with life-altering injuries? A female boxer killed? Okay, so
Burns is an
immoral, morally corrupt, bankrupt man. Soaring Trumpet, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub and being sub for 26 months on a 24-month streak. Thank you very much. Stop being weird? Never. We'll never stop being weird. People die in boxing because they get hit in the head. That happens. It's very sad, but either of these boxers could have died. I mean, obviously, the Algerian one wasn't going to get killed that night because they were just on another level, but either of these boxers could die in any match. Boxing is a dangerous sport. And now it's no longer just, oh, this is unfair. It's these people are a danger to women. These people are going to hurt women. These people are going to end the life of a woman. See how it escalates? See, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse to the point where these are men that want to get in the ring, beat women, and maybe kill them. That's how this has escalated. It's gone from, this is unfair in competition based in misinformation, getting pushed by bad actors, all the way to these people are an active danger to women. Someone needs to do something before somebody dies in a sport where people die all the time, but it gets very little attention. I remember when, I think it was in 2019 when Mad Max died. Old boxing news, old boxing tragedy. Point is, though, she's continuing to fan the flames because she's been a transphobe for the longest time, and whichever women have to get ran over by J.K. Rowling, whatever women need to be dictated that you're not allowed to be a woman anymore by J.K. Rowling, it's necessary for the defense of the integrity of women's boxing, which neither J.K. Rowling or any of the rest of these commentators cared about at all before this. But now that they can go out, use it to attack trans people, all of a sudden they're all the biggest boxing fans in the world. They're in the crowd ready for fight night. I don't buy it. This is trans panic. This is nonsense. This is a digital lynch mob led by the richest man in the world using one of the biggest social media platforms in the world to get hundreds of millions of people, if you look at all the social media interactions, to think that these two boxers who should be praised for winning matches in the octagon of the world, the Olympics, are now being treated like they're an active danger to women, even though they are women. Again, how would it work if we treated Michael Phelps this way or any other boxer that just had physical attributes, were just good at the sport? It's so sad that these two aren't getting that attention that they deserve and respect they deserve, and all the attention is smear. But hey, Losers explain, winners don't have to say anything. The Taiwan boxer won despite all of the smear campaigns, and that's all I can wish them both is good luck. Like all issues, if you just ignore it, it will go away. It will go away. Okay,